Hey YouTube, it's Slay, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to turn your strip lashes into what looks like individual lashes. So if you want to see that, just keep watching. Alright, so y'all, I know I'm looking a little crazy right now, but I just wanted to show you. I've already done one lash because I didn't want to do the second lash on camera. They look a little like this, real natural. All I do is take my strip lashes and I cut them, and then I glue from underneath. So I'm gonna show y'all how I do it, but I just wanted to go ahead and get this one lash done off camera so y'all not just watching me do lashes. And the type of lash glue I use is this one. I got it off of AliExpress, and it's waterproof because my eyes always like to water when I'm putting on lashes, whether I do it from the bottom or the top. They always like to water. So I got this one. It was like 97-cent scale, and I'm gonna put it in the description down below so y'all can get it if y'all want it. But it works really good for me, and these lashes last a pretty long time, just until you want to take them off. But like all day, good, go good. They look real natural. You don't have to worry about that band being there. So I'm about to show y'all step one. All right, you guys, so the first thing you want to do is take your lash out of your casing, and then there's usually some clear stuff that the lash was sticking to the casing, and you want to get all of that off. And then once you do that, you're going to start trimming. I like to trim as I go, but you can trim before you start to put your lashes on, but I would recommend trimming as you go. That way you can kind of size them and know what size when you're attaching them to the lash. And it kind of doesn't make sense right now, but I'll show y'all in the video. Alrighty, so how you cut it is I like to kind of look at my lash real close. I'm trying to get up close so you guys can really see, but you see those little knots that they kind of are already bundled at? I would normally do like 3 of those, and I would cut it right here. So when you cut it, it should look like this. I'm trying to focus it for you guys. Something like that. You're just gonna cut. I know you're cutting your lashes, but I promise you it's gonna be okay. You're gonna cut it. It's gonna look like that. All right, you guys, sometimes when you cut it, you might get a little fallout. I don't know if you can see, but all you want to do is just simply take those little pieces off. You don't want those falling in your eye while you're trying to glue on the lash. So you're just gonna, I use these tweezers, the lash tweezers, but you can use any tweezers you have. I honestly prefer regular tweezers, but these are just the ones I have with me, so they work fine too, and they're actually really good for, like, I don't know if you guys can see, it's gonna look like this underneath, but they're really good for pushing in those pieces and kind of grabbing your lash and the fake lash together like that. So these are really good too. And like right here, I have a little, I don't know if you can see, a little piece of hair. We're just gonna snip that off because you don't want that in your eyeball. Then I'm just gonna be going in with my glue that I showed you guys. And you don't need a lot, and make sure, you always have to make sure that you let your glue dry a little bit before putting it onto your eye. So you're just gonna take your lash and take your glue. I'm just gonna apply it on, not too much, but enough to adhere to the lashes, because that's what you're gonna be putting it on, is your lashes. So you want to have enough, but not too much, because you don't want it going everywhere. So about that much is a good amount. And what I like to just kind of do it like this, blow it. And then if you have any mirror next to you, or I have my phone, another phone right here, and then I have a mirror, you're just gonna kind of use that and make sure you always tilt your head back. It kind of sounds silly, but once you tilt your head back, it makes it easier to kind of really get in there and know exactly where to put it. And sometimes I even like to hold my lid up so I can really see. But we're gonna let this dry. Alright, y'all, so I'm gonna take this, and my glue is dry, and I'm gonna use this mirror, and I'm just gonna put it as close to the lash line as I can. And then you're just gonna take the tweezers and kind of squeeze your lash with that lash. And I like to take my finger sometimes and make sure it's really smushed together. And that's the first one. So this is gonna turn into this, I promise. And you might get a little glue on your lid. If that happens, it's totally okay. You can definitely just wipe it off at the end. So like I said, I like to cut my lash as I go. I don't pre-cut because my eyelid is kind of weird, and I like to kind of size them so I know exactly how I want them to be. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna take my lash again, I'm gonna cut it again, I'm gonna show y'all again how I put it on. Once again, you're gonna take 3 little clusters, 3 little, I don't know what you call those, but you know, you can see what I'm talking about. I'm just put glue. I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys earlier, but you put the glue on the top of the lash, not where you would normally put it on the bottom. You're gonna put on the top. Once again, you're just gonna let that dry. Use your mirror again, tilt your head back. I promise you it makes it so much easier. And just do the same thing. And you want to apply it right next to the neck, the one you just did, as close as possible. Alright, and like I said, sometimes I just like to use my finger and squeeze them together to make extra sure that they're on there. And use your tweezers and squeeze them together again. This is gonna ensure that they stay, I promise y'all. Then it's gonna look a little like that. I know I'm looking a little crazy right now, but it's gonna go together. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna just keep going, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like when I get more towards the end. Now, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. You gotta be extra careful when you're doing this, because you're going super duper close to your waterline or your tight line. I don't know which one, but you know, that line underneath there, you're on super close to it. So if you're like me and a little clumsy, when I was doing this, I actually got glue in my eye. So don't do that. Be like really careful. Don't put that much glue on the lash. Let it dry. Don't try to rush. My problem was I was trying to rush, get it done so I can start recording the video. I was just trying to stick it on, didn't let it dry. Glue went everywhere. Not good. Don't do that. So make sure you have patience. It definitely doesn't take that long. Not as long as you would think. I think this took me about 30 minutes, 30, 45 minutes. And it was only my second time trying it. So I really love the way it came out. It's going to be my new way of putting on my lashes. I feel like it looks way more natural. And I'm definitely all about the natural looks. You want to say... So right here, I'm just applying the lash right on my lash line like I was showing you guys before. Just gonna pop it on there. Let it hold for a few seconds. And then push my lashes with the lash I just put on. So this is what it looks like with the third lash applied. Y'all don't mind that glue, I'm gonna get it off. But this is what it looks like. This is the third one. So you can see it's starting to come together and look real nice and natural, boo. Now this is what I was talking about. Y'all see those little straggly hairs on the side? We don't want these. These right here, girlfriend, we do not want those. So we're gonna cut those off because those will land in your eye. Trust me, I've done it. It's not cool. It hurts bad. So you don't want those. So you definitely want to make sure you trim that off. And don't worry, it's not gonna make your lash less full. It's just like 2 or 3 hairs. You're just gonna chop them off. Nothing serious, you know. You just gotta let them go. Once your lash looks how you want it, like that, we're gonna put your glue on. We're gonna do the same thing. Now, if you wanted to, you could definitely use hair glue, like the darker glue that everybody uses. You could definitely use that, and you can definitely also dip this if you wanted to. If you didn't want to use it, like I apply mine out of the tube and I just kind of but if you didn't want to do that, you could put it on anything that you don't want anymore, some plastic or paper or something, and then just dip your lash in. But just make sure to kind of keep it on the front side because you don't really want it on the back because that's not adhering to anything. You know what I mean? It's just adhering to the top. So you could do that. So we're gonna take our lash now that it's dry. I let mine dry for a little while, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie, like maybe about a minute or two, because I want it as sticky. I don't like when it's wet. And you gotta remember, you're getting super close to your eyeball, and that's kind of scary, but you're gonna be okay. Just do it correctly, you know what I mean? So I let mine get sticky, and once again we're just gonna do the same thing. Put it as close to the next one that you just applied as possible, so you don't have any gaps or anything. All right, and it should look like that. So we're almost done. Just got this little corner of my eye left. Like, if y'all can see, I was going by 3s, and now I'm towards the end. I only need a small one, so on this one I'm just gonna use two of those little clusters instead. So that's why I was telling you it's kind of better to cut as you go. So I have this one right here, and it's my last one. I'm just gonna put it in the corner. Now sometimes you might get a little glue at the bottom of your eye. Just try to avoid that. But you see, I just did it. So all I'm gonna do is take like a little makeup wipe and wipe it away. Now if you have waterproof glue like me, that can kind of make it a little harder to get off. But you know, if you just keep wiping, it should come off. Then we're just gonna kind of move it and place it where we want it. And once you get it like this, sometimes you may have a couple little gaps. As y'all can see, I have like kind of like a little baby one like right in there. And there's a couple places that I just want full. So at the end of cutting, after I got done cutting, I had about this much lash left. And what I like to do is just cut it again by the threes, and then I just put them towards the end, towards the outer. That way it looks a little bit more fluffier and more voluminous. So I'm gonna do that for you. A lot of people wonder if you can use these afterwards, like after you take these off, and you can. All you have to do is pull the glue off like you would normally do your regular lashes when you want to rewear them, or use hot soapy water and kind of wipe them off, something like that, and you can definitely reuse this. So it's not a total waste. After you cut your lashes, you can definitely put them back on. You can definitely layer these if you want. So you could put 2 lashes on your lashes, girl, whatever you feel the need to do, because for some people this look is not dramatic enough. So you could definitely layer these up. I'm just gonna do this one's gonna be layered, but you could cut another lash, apply it, layer, make them thicker, however you want to. I'm gonna just layer this one where I want it. Kind of where I felt that there was a gap at, you know. And then once you do that, you're gonna close them together. And actually the layering part is much easier because you don't have to put them on your lash line anymore. You can just put them on top of the other lash. So at the end, this is what it comes out. As you can see, we got them glued underneath. This is my left eye. This is my right eye. I just did this eye for you guys. And, you know, I'll show you the top. Don't mind that glue, y'all. I promise y'all I'm going to take it off. But this is the end result. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and share to all your friends. And thank you for watching.